Hello, welcome to Let's Get Asymmetrical. Asymmetrical, wanna get asymmetrical. Dun, 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 dun. All right, this month we are doing a lot of just one-sided exercises and then challenging what we've learned with our symmetrical work. So usually we think of symmetrical exercises being a prep for one-legged versions. But this month what I want us to focus on is like, what do the one-legged or one-armed, the one-sided versions teach us that we can take into the symmetrical exercises or the more balanced exercises. So it's all about exploring. Feel free to pause at any time and do your weaker side in air quotes twice. So you go weak, strong, weak, or save it for the end, or don't, and just take what you've learned and really try to apply it into the symmetrical stuff. So with that, we're going to get started with, of course, my favorite asymmetrical exercise, the single leg springs. So I prefer to do it with the spring crossed over. If you've got anything going on with your sacrum or your knee, then you probably are going to want to go parallel. Just keep that in mind. I don't want you to tweak anything. So I'm going to put the opposite spring on. So right spring, left foot, hands on the vertical poles. Right knee is bent, foot is pushing down, and I'm going to point and bend in. And just push the leg out and in. So what I don't want to see is the leg go up as it goes out or down. It needs to just go straight out, like as if there was like a shelf that you could just slide your heel on and in. Two more, double check. Some of us hypermobile bodies are really good at doing this with our calf, right? Stay down, push the heel to the mat, slide the foot in. When you get to the point where you would have to just let the knee fold, that's when I want you to pick that whole shape up, right? And then push the whole shape down, slide the foot, lift the leg up, bend it in. Press out, lower it down, slide the foot in, pick the knee up, push it down, stretch it out, lift the leg. So again, you're sliding the leg out on the same trajectory. You're doing a hamstring fast press, leg down. You're pulling this leg in while your hamstring is still engaged into the strap. Then your stomach pulls the shape in. You push the shape down. It should feel like the hamstring just engaged. Stretch the leg out, lift it up. One more time. And in. And we're not letting the spring close us. And if it does, check and see if you do it on the other side or just the one side that you're on. Do single leg circles. Really watch the out and the up. See if you can stand on your inner arch in your strap to make this a full leg exercise. And then reverse. So with the spring crossed over, it really requires your glute med, your outer hips, right, to stay engaged. And that to keep your foot in line with your hip, which is why I like it. But again, if you've got sacrum stuff or knee stuff, then it could be a little too much of a tweak to the joint. So we do the other side. Already you'll notice in that first rep what's different, what's working and what's not working. So stand your arch into the strap, especially that inner one, and then press the leg out, press it down, slide it, pick it up, push it down, reach it out, and then lift. And again, reach, push down, pull it in, lift, press it down, stretch it out, lift it up. One more. Reach it down, pull it in, lift. Actually, we're going to do a couple more because we did a lot on that first side. I'm not going to shortchange you. Especially if you're realizing that this is the side that needs to go first next time. One more. And in, stretch it out, lift it up. 5 circles each direction. Really stand in that spring, especially as it lifts up. And then reverse, press down, circle around. Notice if, like, for me, it's really easy for my leg to cross over, but my hip to not be in the socket. It like kind of can pop out. So it doesn't matter how big you get if you're not symmetrical in it. All right, let's take what we learned about both those legs, spin around, place them into your poles, heels into the poles, balls of your feet into the poles. I start with my knees bent. It does not matter to me if your legs get straight. I want your feet to stay on the poles. So my hypermobile friends, reach your arches forward, pull your waist back. The legs will straighten when they need to. And then as you round up, pull your waist back, bend the knees as necessary. What do you know about the leg that didn't like to reach as much with the springs? How can you reach more into that leg right now as we do this symmetrical work and we articulate our body down and up? 2 more. Round back and roll it up. 1 more. Round back. Stay back here. Bend your elbows wide. Pull the bar to your chest. Reach the arms forward. And again, pull the bar to your chest. Reach it forward. 2 more. Last one. Keep the arms straight. Lift your head and chest up. Round all the way up. Bend your knees. Roll it back. Pull your waist back. Push the arms down and lift. So you're pressing straight arms down and lift. Your collarbones get wide. Your low ribs stay on the mat. Notice you can kind of see in the bar if one arm is higher than the other. Then you're going to know what asymmetrical work you got to get going on with those arms and that back connection. Roll halfway up. Keep reaching through both legs. And remember, it's not going to feel even when you're reaching the leg that needs more attention, more into the poles. But it should actually keep you symmetrical here on the mat. 5 more pulses. Pull that waist back. Keep standing in your legs. We're not hanging off this bar. Arms are pulling onto your back to resist and then roll all the way up. All right, time for some asymmetry. Right hand in the center of the bar, left arm around your waist, roll back. So my right shoulder likes to be off. So I'm just gonna hold on to this bar with my left hand while I adjust my right shoulder, get it where I want it. Then take the left arm over and the left leg over. I don't actually put my left ankle on top of my right now. I actually just flex the foot and reach it. Bring the foot back, arm around the waist, and come up. The reason is like I told you in the single leg springs, I'm able to like move my hip out of that socket a little bit. And so I would just be like showing off and not actually getting the same stretch that I get when I stay connected. Roll back, take the arm over and the leg over, reach. Ooh. Can you keep your ribs, your waist long? How does this feel compared to the first side? You get to do 1 more time each side and try to find what you need to really reach through this arm and leg. If this one didn't reach as much, how can you get it a little bit more connected, a little bit more stretched out? Stand in both feet and then slide the leg over, arm around, roll up. Final one. Roll it back. Take the arm over, take the leg over. Woo. And arm up and roll it up. Okay, so this is where things get fun. You can either, depending on your equipment, you might use your rollback bar springs and put them on your leg springs, or you might put your arm springs on your leg spring setting. So it's up to you, right? We're going to do our 100 with our arm springs, but over here. So here you go. You're gonna lie back. You can leave your legs down if you want, especially if this is new to you. Might be nicer. You're gonna lift your head and chest up. You'll make sure you're in the center, and then you're gonna pump your arms vigorously. And because the springs are separated, you'll be able to feel what other asymmetries are happening here in your 100. If you wanna lift the legs up, you can. 5 more cycles of breathing. Can you look at your wrists and see which arm is doing what? Because we're not using the bar, it's easy for one of our arms to just turn to the side. Can you keep your palms facing down? Because it's not the reformer, it's easy for one arm to go higher than the other, right? And be more noticeable. And then lower the legs, roll back for a second. You're gonna do a roll up, just like we did with the bar, but you've individual handles. Roll up, roll all the way up. And then you're gonna roll back. And notice if you feel like you're leaning to one side or the other side, or if one arm is going in front of the other one. 2 more. Roll up. Woo. And roll down.